Greetings. This is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. It's been a little while since I made a video. Well, since I've made a video for this channel. And the reason being is that I've been very busy on a new project that I am presenting to you guys. I think it'd be very, very beneficial to those of you who are serious about building up your skills in magic, right? About deepening your understanding, about actually putting to work the principles that we talk about in these videos. But essentially the project that I've been working on is what I call the Magus Academy. And it's basically a book study group where we take the books that I've mentioned in my videos, the books that are in my library, books that other teachers like Bobby Hemmett and Brother Panic and Phil Valentine have mentioned in their lectures and videos, and we go into those books one at a time, chapter by chapter, and I will personally make a video for each chapter, just pulling out a lot of the gems that are hidden within the book. And we're going to try to aim for 3 to 5 videos a week, sometimes more, depending on time. And once a week, we will have a live video chat conference, right? It may be video, it may be audio. We'll still see how it goes. But yeah, the benefit of that is you get to learn from different angles, right? One of the problems that I've found through my journey is I would read some of these books and not really have a deep understanding, right? I'd get it on a surface level, but it's not really until you apply what you've learned that it really sinks in. For example, I've given this example a few times. I read my book on Vipassana, right? And I swore that I understood meditation, but it wasn't until I actually went to the Vipassana center and experienced it. It was completely new to me. Everything that I read didn't make sense until that moment. I thought it did, that was ego. But when I put it into practice, I understood it spiritually, right? Because I was with someone who's already mastered the technique, and they taught it to me and presented it to me in a way that I could have never grasped. Because someone who's more advanced on the path can go back to somebody who's brand new and point out all the mistakes to avoid, can point out different things that a beginner wouldn't think to search, because you don't know what you don't know. But in essence, this whole book club study group that I've put together, the main benefit to you is if you sometimes struggle with actually committing to and finishing reading a book, this will help you because we're all going to be conversating about it at least once a week. Also, you're going to get a chapter by chapter breakdown, so when you read the book you'll have something to compare your findings with, or before you read the book, you know, you can have a preview of what to expect, or when you read it and you come back for a deeper understanding, you get a different perspective, and at the end of the week you can chime in and discuss how what you've learned has impacted your life, or how it applies to anything else you're doing, or why it's important, right? The books that I've chosen for this group have all helped me intensely. Like the Kabbalion, for example. That's the book that we start with. The 7 Hermetic Principles are extremely important for understanding how reality is structured and how energy moves. Okay, the mind is all, the universe is mental. The all, right? When you really break down that concept, it takes what we've understood God to be from religion and amplifies it so many more times. The all is the ever-pervading essence behind every emanation. Everything that has a physical representation isn't the thing itself. It's an ambassador for the energy of that thing, which is how and why we work with spirits. Okay? A lot of the times you're not going to physically see a manifestation. That's not the important part, right? Physically seeing a demon or an angel, that's hardly important at all. Because we understand that there's a physical world, then there's the spiritual world, then there's the mental world. Now these energies exist on all planes, but they exist in a more concentrated form the higher up you go. So when dealing with these entities on a physical plane, really what we're doing is finding little physical objects to attach the representation of that energy, which is why we have sigils for the goetic spirits. The sigil gives us an access point, a focal point to focus our energy on and tap into the energy of that spirit to apply it in our lives. So this ties into the concept of the mind is all and mental transmutation, because underneath the physical shell that we inhabit, underneath the physical shell of the skull or the incense stick, there's an energy behind it. There's an energy behind me and what I represent. There's an energy behind these skulls and what they represent. And behind the physical form, we connect. Okay? We connect with the symbolism of the skull, meaning skill and mastery over the physical realm. With the incense stick, meaning whatever I give it meaning, right? I connect with that on a spiritual level, on a behind-the-scenes level. The Kabbalion is a very short book, but what it talks about is very deep. And that's an example of one of the things that we get into in the book club. Aside from that, we're going to be getting into Basic Magic, a book by Philip Cooper, which really puts into place how to use the subconscious mind for magical results. We're also going to be going into Liber Null and the Psychonaut, which is a staple when it comes to chaos magic. And that book has a lot of rituals and definitions on how to use this magic. Why am I doing this? Because I truly feel and believe that it is my mission to simplify this material, to break it down and to deliver it to people who are actively seeking understanding of this knowledge. Okay? Look through all my videos before this point and you can see that has been my message from day one, before I had any YouTube subscribers, before I had anybody watching my videos, commenting, liking, or subscribing. My goal and point was to take complex and complicated occult information and distill it in such a way that your average, everyday, TV watching, internet surfing person would understand. Because this information changes lives. This information changes perspectives and helps you to see reality the way it is. Because most of us, all of us, are indoctrinated from birth. Right? As soon as we come out of the womb, we're being told how to believe and how to think. Right? They send us off to school, our parents, God bless them, and we are forced to conform to rules that we have nothing to do with, that we didn't create. Right? We're being forced to conform and comply with a society that many times doesn't have our best interests at heart. So we grow up living a life that is unfulfilled, unhappy, right? We grow up living in a life that doesn't serve us. We don't get anything out of it. We wake up, wonder why the hell we're alive. We go to work. Someone else is making a ton of money off of us while we get pennies. And all of our time is taken and eaten up. Then we, mate with a person that we don't really have a connection with and raise kids that we struggle to try to teach because we don't know ourselves, and it just becomes this endless cycle of emptiness. Now, your story may be different. You may have found value in this place or that place, but ultimately there's a lot of unfulfillment in most of our lives. And the reason for that is because of our perspective, because of how we see the world and how we've been taught to see the world. We're looking for things in places where they aren't going to be. We're looking for happiness and wealth and fame and status. We're looking to fulfill our ego when our soul is thirsty and starving. But we don't even know what a soul is, right? I give you a hint. It's attached to the all, the concept of the all. Thing behind everything else, which is how psychic power works, which is how, like I said, demons and spirits and angel works, they all work because we're all connected behind the scenes. And the science of magic is how we go about connecting these dots. For example, correspondence, the principle of correspondence, connecting the colors to different energy, right? Red with Mars, with aggression, blue with Jupiter, with wealth, green with fertility, right? Purple with imagination and mystical type things. Blue, I said that already. But anyways, all the chakra points, all the planets, all these different things that correspond with each other. Why do they work? Because they're an outward symbol of an inward substance. So magic is training and practice on how to access that substance and use it in such a way that you can benefit yourself and benefit others in the process. Because when you're aligned, you can't help but align everything in your atmosphere. Everywhere that you go, people react to you in a different way because you're unlike what they're used to. So it's not just about learning something cool and different that nobody else knows, so you can be that edgy kid who knows the list of 72 demons. This is about accessing real power. Power is the ability to change things. You don't need to hold a position of authority to have power. You don't need to be recognized as this, that, or a third. Money isn't the power itself, but it represents a power. Information, knowledge is power. Understanding is power. Because when you have understanding, now that you have access to that energy, you can manifest things in the physical realm with ease. For example, if you understand the concepts of how to build a business, now you can go forth and physically manifest a business. If you don't understand the energy of how to manifest a business, you're going to be out here wasting your money and your time and getting your feelings hurt. Same thing with, say, rap, right? If I wanted to be a rapper and I don't understand how the game goes, I don't understand what people are listening to or the culture, right? And I just go up on a track and make a song, I sound and look like an idiot. Sure, my heart's in it because I want to do it, but I don't understand the energy behind it, therefore I don't produce powerful results. The reason that I'm able to evoke any spirit and access the power that the spirit has is because I understand the basis of how to do this and what it all means. And you get this from study. You get this from practice. So, it brings me joy to help teach other people how to do this exact same thing. Now, I could and I will make a video course on how to summon any spirit to achieve any result that you want. I'm working on that now. But in working on that, I discovered, man, sure, anybody can learn the techniques and have success with the techniques, but how much deeper the impact when you understand why it works. Now you can make your own rituals. Now you can make your own entities. Now you can completely redefine your reality, just like I've been talking about in my past couple of videos. Because the mind is all, the universe is mental. It's all up here. Now technically the line goes, the all is mind, the universe is mental. But I find that the phrase works both ways. Because the all is nothing but infinite living mind. It's like your mind, except without a beginning or an end. It is creation. It is infinite imagination. And I'm just calling it the all because the Kabbalion calls it the all. It's unnamed. It is unfathomable. It is unmanifest. It is raw source energy. And it's like nuclear power to power the subs or missiles. It's this raw energy that once released has a massive reaction. And this is what the soul is. Okay, each one of us has a little piece of the all within, but it's not quantifiable in quantity, it's quality. Even a drop is as powerful as the whole thing, right? And we can get into melanin, but we're not right now. The all is present within anyone because we exist within it. We are a part of it, and it is a part of us. Therefore, we have access to creation. This stuff's really simple. It is. And once you really truly understand it, you can put it to work for yourself. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. That's why I haven't made a video in the past few days, because I've been really working hard on putting together this study group. I'm really excited about it because this is a place for us to really connect on a more intimate level, talking about the concepts of occult and magic and all this good stuff. Because I can make the videos and we can converse in the comments and you can join the Magus Society and we can go back and forth. But this Magus Academy is about doing the work. It's about actually reading the books and understanding the principles so that you can truly become the master of reality that you're seeking to be. Alright? We walk around calling ourselves God all the time, and that's great. But understand that when you start calling yourself a God, I am God, and you really get that into your subconscious mind, understand that your subconscious mind is going to be seeking opportunities to prove that as a reality. Okay? So if you repetitiously tell yourself that I am God, then the effect, that's the cause. The effect, and law of cause and effect is another principle from the 7 hermetic principles. But anyways, the effect of that cause is that now your subconscious mind is seeking ways to prove that you are God. And if you don't understand what's going on, you're going to now work against yourself by proving that you're not God. Right? You say that you're God, and then the subconscious mind puts you in a position to be in a situation where you have to prove it. For example, you don't have money for the light bill. If you don't believe that you're God, you're going to panic, you're going to stress, you're going to have fear, and you're going to do something drastic. And that's going to teach your subconscious mind, number one, that you're a liar, and number two, that you're actually not God. But if you understand that this is a test, right, because your subconscious mind is seeking for you to prove what you said, you're going to have confidence that you're going to find a solution. And you're going to actively go look for a solution, and you're going to put it into practice. And then your problem's going to be solved. A lot of times the way this manifests is, instead of panicking and being fearful and upset that, oh, you have a problem, when you trust and you have faith that your magic is working, a solution magically pops up, right? Somebody comes up out of nowhere with like, hey, remember the money that I owed you, or hey, this or that or whatever. And furthermore, you're going to work to keep yourself out of a situation where you have to pay your light bill, where it's going to be late, you know. But all these things come together. It's a process. It's a process. Nobody's just going to magically become this super awesome, manifesting, evoking mages. It takes time. It takes time. But the key is to start. The key is to start. Do the work. Yeah. Don't let the world throw you off track. Know in your heart what you're doing. Know in your heart what your intention is. That's the most important thing, your intent. Like I said, the subconscious mind is going to try to prove that you are what you say you are. So that's the thing about affirmations they don't tell you. But if you're making big time affirmations, you're going to be presented with an opportunity to prove it. And you're either going to prove it or you're going to disprove it. And the more that you prove your affirmations, the more your affirmations work. Knowledge is power, guys. So yes, if you feel that joining the Magus Academy Book Club will help you stay on track and read these books and apply these books to your real life, and to help you get better and stronger with your spiritual acuity, then go ahead and click the link that's in the bio, the Magus Academy, and join me and all of us on this path of studying these books, breaking it down chapter by chapter, and having a weekly discussion. At the time, the Magus Academy is $33 a month, which isn't that big of a price. It's $8.25 a week, which is pretty much like going out to dinner with me once a week, which isn't that bad, because instead of having food that you eat and shit out, you're getting information that you can use in your everyday life, and you have the satisfied feeling of actually finishing one of these books. And over time, you're going to have a whole stack of books that you finished, and you're going to understand the principles in those books to apply them, right? So instead of paying, somebody else up on a mountaintop for their special course on how to do this or that, you can learn yourself how to do this and discuss with other people on your level and grow together and have a network of friends, right? Because I know, at least for me, in real life, it's hard to find somebody who's into this stuff. But that's okay, because we have the internet and we are connected to everyone across the world. There's people from Africa, people from India, people from Australia, all over the world in the Magus society. And this wouldn't be possible without the internet. But anyways, if you feel like this is something that you want to do, I invite you to go ahead and click the link. Like I said, it's $33 a month. You're getting the book breakdowns chapter by chapter. You're getting weekly discussions, conference calls, and all these are going to be saved on the website. So even if you join 4 months from now, that just means you'll have 4 months worth of video content and books and all this stuff that you can use for yourself. I think it's an awesome deal. Now, I will say this. I'm limiting it to 100 members. The reason being is because the conference software can only hold up to 100 people at a time. So if you want to be included in that number for this first go-round, I suggest you go ahead and sign up here. I don't know how quickly the seats are going to fill up, but it's limited to 100 people. So go ahead and join, and regardless of what you do, guys, do the work. Don't just flit around YouTube watching videos. Actually practice some of the things that you've learned. Actually read the books. And I will say this for the people that follow my videos, I know that y'all are doing the work, and you guys are amazing, because the comments that I'm getting are from people who have tried this or are doing that and want to know, this or that, instead of people saying, oh, will Lucifer eat me? No, we're getting people who are doing the work. So I appreciate you guys. The world is filling up with more and more people like you. So the way I see it, the world is becoming a better place because there's more of us. Alright guys, I'm going to keep on working on these videos and reading these books upstairs, putting this together. This is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. And as usual, as always, if nobody else loves you, I do, and I wish you peace.